What's up, flamethrowers? It is me, Flame the Dragonhawk here, and I'm going to be doing something a little bit different today. Today I'm going to be telling you guys a little story about one of my good friends. Well, actually, she's one of a good friend. Actually, she's a good friend of my other friend, Ashley. You guys know her, the one that used to be my royal guard, and she's married to Zero. Well, today I'm going to be talking about one of her good friends, Avery, or Avery, whichever one, because her name is spelled Avery. Now, she's a little bit different from the rest of her robot troupe. Believe it or not, she's actually from medieval times. And she's sort of from the world of Zelda, kind of, because she's married to the one and only Link. But anyway, to help me out with this story, I have a good friend of mine who hasn't been on the channel for a long time. Everybody, please say hello to Ashley. That's right, Ashley is here, guys. Anyway, long time no see, Ashley.
Long time no see, Flame. How are you doing?
I'm doing just well. And how is everybody else?
Everybody else is doing just fine. You could always hop up to my home planet.
I know, but it's just that duty calls out here.
I know, I feel your pain. But anyway, let's get started telling Avery's story.
Alright. Now, before I get started, this was a request from a very special friend of mine who really wanted to know more about Avery, and she wanted me to, tell the story. Luckily, I know the story by heart.
Yes, so do I, because she repeats it almost every single time.
Yep. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. Now, Avery, as I said before, she's from the medieval times. She grew up in a castle with her mother and father. Her mother was like her best friend to her. She could tell her anything. As for her father absolutely loved her very, very much. You see, she's actually a half fairy type creature, and she really, really is nice. In fact, she dedicated her life to protecting the forest and all who live there. The animals, the monsters, the creatures, and all sorts of other things. So, one winter, she went through the woods. She went through the woods. And there, she met a young boy. He was dressed in green, wore brown boots, gloves, and he kind of had a stocking cap. They actually played around for a little bit first. He told him, I can't talk. Then she told him, he told her his name. His name was Link. And just like her, he protects the forest. He protects the forest and all who live there as well. So they quickly had a bond with each other. They became very good friends. They became really, really good friends. In fact, almost every single day, Avery would go out there and see Link. From spring to fall to winter to summer, they would do nothing but play together. And throughout the years, Avery started to have feelings for Link. But the big thing is, Link was in love with somebody else. Of course, we all know who that is. Princess Zelda. But of course, Zelda didn't have any feelings for Link at all. All she did was take Link for granted. Having him go on quests and stuff, taking care of her castle and everything. It was really hard for Link to finally tell Zelda how he felt. And one day, he actually did. And all she did was laugh in his face. And told him that he was nothing. And told her that she meant everything in the world to him. But sadly, all she did was laugh in his face and said, "Let's just be friends." That really crushed Link.
Yeah, it really did. He told me that, yes, He told me that it really hurt him. And he even got her a gift and everything. It was an oil picture of them.
Yeah, I know. But love sometimes isn't like that. So, so he turned to the one person who absolutely loved him, which was Avery. So one day, as they went through the woods, Link kind of told her everything, and she said that she knew Zelda. They kind of have like this sister bond, and they kind of knew, and she kind of knew that Zelda didn't really like Link like that, only as friends. But she said that she liked him more than friends. And the truth was, Link started to like her more than a friend as well. So they made it official and became boyfriend and girlfriend. They went out for many dates and stuff, just protecting the woods and all who lived there. Avery told her mother everything about him. Told her everything about him, how brave and kind and nice he is. But there was one little problem that was kind of jeopardizing their relationship. The rumors. You see, throughout the years, everybody has been spreading false rumors about Link, saying that just because he has a bow and arrow, that means he hunts animals and kills off plants. And from that day forward, he was known as the Man in Green. It was really hard for Link to be friendly. In fact, they outlawed him and banned him from many different places. In fact, there's a ransom for his capture. Not many people have believed it, but not many people have believed it. But the one person that did believe the rumors was Avery's father. You see, Avery never told her father that she was dating Link. That is, until one day, she actually did tell him. He was furious with her. He was furious with her. In fact, he was so mad at her, he told her that if she ever goes after Link again, she will be executed. In fact, he already had his daughter arranged to marry the richest prince in the land. Then the ceremony came around for Avery to pick her prince. She was really upset and depressed. She wanted to be happy, but she also didn't want to disappoint her father the more than he is now.
Yes. And then, soon after the ceremony started, many eligible and rich princes lined up in front of Avery. And then this one prince, he absolutely was in love with her the moment that he laid eyes on her. And he promised the king that he would respect and love his daughter.
So they went on many special dates and stuff. But in reality, Avery really missed Link. In fact, she missed him so much that sometimes she would sneak out of her room just to meet up with him. Yes, she snuck out of her room just to meet up with him and meet him at his house, which was a secret hollowed out tree. It was a little bit cramped, but it was home to Link. It was home. In fact, Link really didn't like the fact that these rumors were jeopardizing their relationship and was really having a hard time on his life. He couldn't get any gear, he couldn't get any materials and stuff that he needed, all because of this silly rumor. But then Avery, she told him that she didn't care about the rumors. All she cared about was him and loving him and wanting to be with him. Soon, they really made it official. And from that day forward, Avery, she went in that tree a little girl, but then she came out a woman.
I bet all you flamethrowers already know what happened. We're just not going to say it.
Yeah, we're not going to say it. Anyway, Anyway, after hanging out with the prince so many times, Avery started to feel even more and more depressed. She was relieved that she managed to with Link, but she was really sad that she couldn't be with him. Then the prince realized something. Who knew what he realized? Well, we'll soon find out. Anyway, then a few months later, it was the day of the coronation ceremony where the prince and Avery will be known as the prince and princess of that land. But then the prince asked Avery's dad if he could have a little moment of privacy with her. And so they went up to her royal chambers. The prince said that he already knows what was troubling him, what was troubling her, that she actually loved Link, and he definitely understood. He understood. In fact, the truth was, he never even wanted to marry Avery in the first place, because he was in love with another. He only did that just to make the king happy. So, they ran away into the woods together to meet up with Link, and so that way Avery can be happy. Of course, everything changed when the king realized that his daughter was gone. He must have thought that Link must have snuck in and kidnapped her. So he sent out his troops trying to find them. But then everything changed when he soon realized that his wife was soon in on it. And so they locked her up in chains. The word got out that the king put his wife in the dungeon for betraying him. Soon, Link, Avery, and the prince snuck back into her home castle and rescued her mother. She was really relieved. And she was really happy that her daughter was happy as well. It was really great. Then, a few months later, Link finally popped the question to Avery. Will she marry? Will he marry? Will she marry him? Of course, she said yes, but they needed to make it official. So they had a plan. They would move to Scotland, and they will start building a castle there and everything. Back at the castle, the king was really like face-melting mad. In fact, he was so mad that he was willing to kill both his daughter and his wife, all because of betraying him. So he sent out his troops to seek and destroy them. But those idiots forgot that they moved to Scotland. Back in Scotland, the castle was almost complete, and they needed to think of a way to finally convince Avery's father that Link isn't such a bad guy. Soon the Queen had an idea. She would go over to him and try and convince him. And just talk to Link and see what was going on. So the king finally gave in and gave Link a chance. So they sat down and talked about everything, that the rumors were fake and what Link was really like. So the king decided to give the thought a week. And soon a week passed by. Link was in the throne room. Everybody was there, including the king and the queen. And the king stepped up to Link and said that he made his decision. Link was curious to know what it was. Soon Avery came out wearing a beautiful white wedding dress, gold earrings, jewelry, and a gold crown. Link was shocked. Link was shocked. And he also asked the king, "Does this mean I can marry your daughter?" Then he said, "Absolutely. And I do apologize for everything that's gone wrong. I now know never to listen to rumors until I get to know the real person." Soon, months later, they got married. Link and Avery, they got married, and they decided to move into their castle. And soon they decided to move into their castle in Scotland. But they did promise to visit the king and queen every chance they get. As for the prince, he fell in love with the one that he loved the most.
So, and that's it for the story. And you guys are probably wondering, how the world does Avery and Link know me? Like, how the world did they met me? Well, believe it or not, as I said before, they're from medieval times, and well, I'm able to travel through different time periods. So as Avery and Link were, just sort of messing around a little bit, I teleported there, and I asked them for their help. You see, I needed somebody of their stature to help me. So they traveled back in time with me. So they traveled back in time into the future with me. And they joined my team. Of course, I had to hook them up with some new gear and stuff. And believe it or not, it took them a long while to finally understand it, but they soon did. It was great.
Well, I'm glad that now they're able to adapt to modern society, but they still don't understand a whole bunch of technology.
Yeah, they don't really understand all that much, like cell phones and all sorts of other things, but they're learning.
Well, that's good. Anyway, flamethrowers, that's it for this video. Now, let me know in the comments down below, guys. Do you guys feel bad for Avery, or do you guys support the ship known as Link and Avery? Or, Link Avery? Or Link Avery, or whatever. However you say that name, I don't know how to say it. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this story. Now, I'm gonna ask my special friend if there is any other, Mega Man, ships stories that they want me to tell you guys. Because I made a whole bunch of reaction videos to them, and you can also check them out on my channel. But anyway, so yeah, if you guys enjoyed Avery's story, please leave a like and comment down below. And also, let me know in the comments down below, how do you guys feel about this story? Do you feel bad for Avery and how badly she was treated by her own father? Or are you happy for Avery that she managed to, get with the man that she loved? Yeah, just put that down in the comment section. And if you guys aren't already subscribed to my channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that way you guys will be up to date whenever I post. And Ashley, I do like to thank you so much for coming onto the channel.
Of course, it has been a long time since I've been on here. The last time I remember I've been on here, I played Would You Rather with Rouge.
Yeah, I know. But don't worry, I'm glad that you're back.
Yeah, and I'm not going anywhere. Of course, I will be going back to my home planet, but you can always visit.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we are a good team.
Yeah, we are a good team.
Okay, so anyway, this is Flame the Dragon Hog.
And Ashley.
Signing out for now. Later, flamethrowers.